son, I love him, for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up in magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Baltimore Ravens. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Dobbs stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Switch. 45. Mike, 45. Come on, D. Check. Echo.
From the gun on 3rd down. Dobbs. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He'll return it from the 6. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Ready. 48 for Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Buccaneers first down.
Here we go. 18 Gators. Me and you. It's just me and you.
On the delay, here's Breida. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Bortles. It's caught by Mike Evans. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kenny Young just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That'll go down as a loss of 8, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Throwing now is Bortles. He's going to loft, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And now look at him go. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 1st and 10, Downs. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Sliding out of the pocket. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now Bortles. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
23 yards the pickup there. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Bortles now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To throw again on 2nd down. Bortles eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and 4.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. 5.
Again, it's Bortles. Forced, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Dixon running from the shotgun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Now a play fake here on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running out of the gun with Dixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. It's complete to Snead. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. This will be caught by Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Bortles now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. from the gun. It's Bortles. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Dobbs now 6 of 10 of this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. A short throw caught by Andrews. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Brings up second and 11 at the 2-yard line.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now it's Breida, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Yeah.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end right. Tight end.
This is Breida on the draw. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
60 outlaw. Hey, Alpha. Go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Bortles. He completes it to Evans. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Let's go.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
Down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go, Jackrabbit, 5.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready, break.
Check 48, the mark. Hey, tight.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Bortles. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half score to get. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Noah Spence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
He's going deep for Brown. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Dobbs. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And he's going to go down again. Eric Armstead bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Back now in Baltimore, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. Back now in Baltimore, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Dobbs now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Dobbs. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Bortles. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complimentary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Flush to his right. Snead's got it. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devin White gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up third down. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Dobbs now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Dobbs being chased out left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Good for Baltimore. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Dobbs. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dobbs. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing here, Dobbs. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rolling to his right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Here's Dobbs to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! From 3 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Here's Bortles to throw. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ready? 18 Gator. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
On the set.
It's going to be a long day.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
Got it.
48's the mark. Check. 48's the mark. Watch twist.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Bucs, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, how it feel to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off.